Hmm.
So what did we do last week again?
I
So
fought a
much.
suit of armor, almost died.
I remember
You guys thought I was a suit of armor. I almost died.
that. You were invisible while
I
wearing the
was
suit of armor.
I was invisible, and then we went and we battled some praying mantis like creatures for a little bit, and then the butcher constable guy grabbed your horn and everybody got all pissed and I turned invisible and I tried to tell him that the Delver said to stop, and we found out he's not with the Delvers,
Ah.
and he attacked me. So, and I'm about to die, so
Ah. Well,
it's
you know,
business as usual.
sounds about right.
I didn't get a chance to go into town and get a shield to up my AC a little bit more, but oh well. We got to be getting close to level 6.
Hope so. That'd be great.
Yeah, I need a feat. Like, really bad. Once I get that feat, then I can actually cast while wearing a shield.
That makes such a big difference.
Yeah.
The other game we have, my character is a tank, even though she really shouldn't be a tank. And when I don't have that shield on, I basically am dead every hit.
Oh man, we're only halfway to 6. Oh, that's a
Hey,
little.
well, we haven't really fought anything in a while, so
That's true. I mean, we could get some RP points or something, because I've been RPing the shit out of this, but. Oh man, it's gonna be a long time until we hit 6.
just live through this part, okay?
That's what I do. I live through the shit.
You're your own worst enemy.
I really am. I really am.
Rob can vouch for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to do in this situation. It's either I try to lie through my teeth, which has just been going so well for me,
So well.
or oh god, do I try to run away? I've only got 12 HP. This is freaking terrible. What do I do? What do I do? Hello.
Hello there, chap.
Oh goodness. Just trying to think of a way to get myself out of trouble.
What? Why?
Because I've got 12 HP. Oh goodness. Got some spells I can use, but I'm not sure if I want to use them.
Boop.
Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, zoom out. Right. Oh, good. There's only one person I have to run away from.
Well, there's also the matter of your whole team thinking you're one of those guys.
Yeah, I was talking to Miyoshi about that, and I was like, well, I am wearing the armor that everybody saw that I was wearing, so they might be
That's
smart
true,
enough
yeah.
to know that I'm wearing that armor.
Possible.
Possibly. Oh my god, I dig myself to the deepest holes. I should carry a shovel with me everywhere.
Well, you did pick up a pickaxe last go.
I did.
So you're currently wielding a pickaxe. So I'm sure that'll help.
Yeah, that's good. It's great.
Good bud.
I might have something up my sleeves. I don't know.
Another pickaxe.
Yes, dual wielding pickaxes.
Is Ben here?
Yes, I think he might have just stepped away, or his mic is muted.
Okay.
But he is here. He was talking earlier. Maybe he's getting cobbler.
Ben, so that's what I was asking. Cobbler.
Cobbler.
In that case, we're gonna abandon him if he shows up with cobbler.
Oh,
It's like the worm things ate you. I don't know what happened.
The butcher's butchered you.
It happened so fast. I mean, there was nothing we could do.
I'm trying to think if there's any way that I could help myself lie through this situation.
Can't you do like deception?
Oh yeah, I'm great at deception. I'm trying to think of a way to
Yeah.
help me deceive.
Well, you said help you lie. I'm like, that's how you help you lie.
I'm very good at lying. I'm just...
Great, she's just an instigator.
She is an instigator.
That's what he needs right now.
Well, I do have a cantrip that will help me, but I'm not sure if that would actually help me.
Or hurt you. Or kill you.
Yeah, casting a spell might make it seem worse. I don't know. And it's only a D4.
Alright.
Well,
Michi, would you like to run Cassie until Megan
I
shows
can't
up?
do that.
She was in Skype earlier. We can just...
I saw that on my drive home, so I'm sure she'll be here soon.
Yeah, we can message her, say we started. I don't have Skype open. I had to close it because my computer's being a dick.
I think that's what happened to mine because every time I'd open Skype first, then I couldn't load Roll20, so I had to keep restarting everything because it wouldn't let me exit either.
Well,
So I don't know what's up with my Skype. It's like I cannot close my Skype. It keeps putting me like offline or whatever, so I don't see messages, but I just cannot close it. Like I'll hit the X or whatever, and it's still there in the taskbar running.
You have to go to Task Manager and turn it off. I had that problem with Skype too.
It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
you have to like hard turn it off.
Cause like
Yeah,
I
no,
remember-
mine will exit, but it just minimizes it.
Because like with Windows 8, you had to do it like Skype in a completely separate app,
Yeah.
and I was not a fan of that.
Yeah. Just trying to think, if I would have went College of Valor, how differently would my life have been?
There she is. Why? What does the College of Valor do?
It gives me combat inspiration versus
Dandy.
cutting words. A creature that has bardic inspiration die from you can roll the die and add the number to the roll to a weapon damage roll. Alternatively, when an attack roll is made against a creature, you can use your reaction to roll the bardic inspiration die. Add the number to the AC to the attack after seeing the roll, but before knowing the... Wow.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Did I? No, I'm late. Am I an hour late or 14
You're
minutes?
fine. You're fine. Hey, I can see a hand.
No, you're 15 minutes late. You're good.
Okay.
We were just talking anyway. So.
But I
Oh,
was
okay.
5 minutes late, so we're all good.
Okay.
We were all late today.
Zen was 10 minutes late.
Excuse
Yep.
me. I was early. Ben was here
Okay.
before me, but I was early. So there.
I was
would've
just
been on
making an
time.
entrance.
And I haven't heard from Ruby, but I assume she is busy with family.
Yeah, I think she said she might be able to make it this weekend. Next weekend, she definitely can't.
I ain't got nobody coming to my house. Mm-mm.
So Ben, would you like to run Illyria
Sure.
these next 2 sessions?
He's great for being sneaky. Until nobody wants me to run their characters. I'd probably get them killed.
We wouldn't be able to keep up with the lies you told for us. We'd come back and be like, what happened?
I got them on pods, so you can always watch it on YouTube.
That's true.
All my lies are archived, so...
Except for the one episode I missed.
Yeah.
Just saying. The one time.
All right. So Amanda, did you start a little recap or?
Lucas did for
Yes,
me.
I did.
Awesome, terrific.
A whole bunch of
So-
me almost dying, and then some more of
And
me
some
almost
more
dying.
him almost dying.
So the way we ended last session was with this individual wearing Lothar's armor and a stone mask appearing in the middle of everything. He was attacked by Harbert Thermander, the constable of this town, and he pointed to Harbert and said, "These individuals or the Delvers tell you to leave these ones alone." And Grabender tried to grab him, but he broke free, and Mushi got in between and pushed the butcher back. And the butcher asked if he's with you, and the group said no, and Grabender said, "Get him." And that's where we're starting off today.
That's great.
Pretty sure it was a get him! Don't let him get away!
Something like that.
So,
Jeez, get it right.
because Grabender, Lothar, and Mushi have all somewhat taken an action, so to speak,
Mhm.
Cassie or Illyria, would they like to do anything at this point in time?
Well,
So, Cassie, you see another one of these stone-faced individuals who just appeared in the middle of everything.
yeah.
Grabender tried to grab him, but he broke free of Grabender's grapple, and Mushi shoved the butcher out of the way, stepping between him and the stone-faced individual. But
Even
he
though
does
he
appear
grabbed
to be
me.
wearing Lothar's armor. So what would you like to do?
So I guess, so the butchers, try to take them away. Should I make a defense, try not to hurt my comrades?
Oh, do you have a defense that would do that?
Oh, let me see. I am thinking, I don't know, like, I wonder if anything I can, like, I don't know, dictate magic or druidcraft.
Well, what would you be attempting to do with either one of those?
Well, I'm trying to cast. I mean, in case if they're trying to hurt Grabender, Lothar, and Mushi, and I have to warn them not to hurt my comrades.
So I don't believe you'd be able to detect any kind of ill will with detect magic or druidcraft.
Oh, dang it.
But Grabender did shout out, "Get him,"
And tried
Okay.
to grapple me.
and tried to grapple him, but the stone-faced man broke free of Grabender trying to grab him.
Oh man, that's making me nervous.
All right, so while Cassie contemplates what she wants to do with this individual who just appeared suddenly, is there anything the rest of the party would like to do at this point in time?
I'm going to try to grab the Stoneface guy again.
All right, so roll me on athletics.
Just as
Because he like kind of just like popped up in front of us, like, and I stepped in the way, so I didn't really get a chance to look at him. But now that we're standing here, can I do like a perception check or something to see if I
You're
might?
pretty much face to face with this guy.
I know, but like, would I notice his armor probably now? Sitting here for a second.
That's really a question for you. Would Yushi notice his armor?
That's a good question.
His new armor that you only saw
She sees
maybe
this
an hour
stone-faced
ago.
individual pop up in front of her. The sheriff took a swing at him with his sword, and this guy pointed a finger, saying, "These ones are the Delver tells you to leave these ones alone." And Grubender tried to grab him, but he broke free. And Lothar, can you roll me an athletics or acrobatics check? As Grubender once again shouts out, "Get him!" and he tries to grab hold of him again.
I'm actually just gonna let him grab me this time.
All right.
I wanted it to look like I was putting up a fight, but I want him to get me this time.
All right.
So I'm gonna like fake like I'm getting out, but not really put a lot of force into it, so that way Grubender knows that I'm not really trying to get away. I'm just kind of like squirming.
Grubbender's gonna be like, "You're not very strong." No.
Oh, by the way, everybody should see my gauntlets. So, hey,
Grubbender's that perceptive.
no, he's not.
No.
Illyria would know. She would know.
All right. So, Grubender, while you've got him grabbed, the closest butcher is going to take a swing at him with his cleaver.
Okay, so
Um.
I imagine when I grabbed him, because my shield should more or less be like attached to my arm.
Okay, so it's like in front of him now?
Yeah, so I
Okay.
grabbed him, but the shield should still be kind of on my one arm. So I'm gonna try to kind of knock the blade away and say, "I've got him."
All right. So, as you grasp hold of this guy, one of the butchers kind of, assuming that he's going to try and break free again, swings his cleaver at Lothar, and it slams into Lothar's armor and makes no impact on Lothar.
I have him. We need to question him. We don't need to kill him.
And Harbrook raises his hand to the other butchers and he says, "Stand down. Looks like he's got him." "Who are you then? Remove that mask."
I can't. I'm grappled. I mean, I can't.
Right.
And I'm gonna reach up and try to take the mask off.
That's beautiful. Minor illusion automatically dissipates when someone tries to physically contact it.
All right. So, as Grubender reaches up to try to remove this stone mask from the individual he's grappling, the mask just disappears into a puff of smoke, and behind it is this red mud-covered Lothar.
Okay, no, I'm assuming I've got him kind of where he's
So, like-
facing away from me,
But you can't see the face.
so I can't actually see his face. But I'm like feeling around for the mask. Pretty much.
All right, so Mushi, you see this mask disappear, and it's Lothar's face caked in a red mud.
And oh dear. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. And maybe she's kind of gonna shove her hands up against Grubender, pushing him away, and she says, "Grubender, take him to one of those huts over there, and we will question him in there. Quickly go now, before he escapes." Go.
And Grubender's just gonna be like, "Oh, okay." Start hauling him off.
That aid intelligence
And,
at work. Okay, boss.
She's going to turn
Good idea.
back to the constable and I don't know, crap. Damn it, Lothar. She's gonna be like, it looks like this may have been an attack on your life. I feel it best if you go back to the village and we can question him further and see what we can find out.
Commander, are you dragging him with you?
Yeah, I can't move him though. So
Okay.
Wobbling.
That's why I was asking. And with his longsword still out, he looks to Mushi and he says, I think I can handle myself.
I don't like
And
this
he
guy
looks to
very much right now.
Bender as he's kind of pulling him away, and he says, where are you taking him then?
to the hut.
Why to the hut? My butchery's
said
down
to
this
do.
way.
Just so you know, Zen,
Yeah.
the Entertainer's Pack, which I took, has a disguise or costumes in it.
Okay. Okay.
So I figured that costume disguise gets something.
And crap. Okay. Okay. Here she's going to look at him. She's already turned to face him, so she's going to continue her conversation with him and be like, you see these beings here, they weren't just spawned from the ground with no purpose. They must have had a purpose to be here, and we need to figure out what that purpose is. I have utmost faith in you to be able to take care of yourself, but for the sake of this entire village, I think it's best if you leave this in our hands now. We took care of these monsters, and we're looking to get to the bottom of this. I feel it best if you go back to the town and make sure everything there is safe.
You wish me to wait for you to come back and perhaps risk you lying to me once again. How am I to ensure the safety of my people and my village if I'm not there to hear this scum's answers for myself? If he threatens the people of Red Larch, I have a right to know, to defend these people.
If we weren't looking out for the safety of your village, these creatures we would have left to harm all of your people. Instead, we stayed to help. There's a time for us to start to trust each other, and I believe that time is now. And she kind of puts her hand out like, we may have had a bad past, but let's create a better future for the both of our sakes.
And he says, very well, if you wish to show some sign of friendship, then I'll be with you when you question this prisoner. And he takes your hand and he shakes it forcefully.
Ooh.
I did my best, guys. And she
I'm
said,
still marching towards the hut.
I'm gonna whisper
Alright.
to Gerbender, since we're far enough away. I'm gonna whisper and say, "I'm Lothar."
and maybe
Don't
you
hurt
can
me,
hurry and
please.
put on another disguise before we get there.
I can't. It takes an hour.
Ugh.
When he says, I'm just gonna stop like Lothar. What?
Keep walking.
You had a mask.
I was trying to see if he was one of the Delvers.
Oh.
He is not. But I'm trying to think of a way to get out of this situation without hurting all of our friends. So let's keep
that
walking,
makes
and
sense.
I'm gonna cast a spell under my breath and see if it will assist me.
Oh, okay.
So let's just keep walking.
All right.
And
So
once
meanwhile-
we get far enough, I'm gonna cast guidance where they can't hear me.
All right. So meanwhile, the constable points his finger at Cassie and says, "You, why don't you make yourself useful and tie him up?" All right. And who are you casting that on?
Myself.
All right.
Oh, you asked me something, or
Yeah, the town constable pointed at you and told you to make yourself useful and tie the prisoner up.
so I guess I got tied. I'm sorry. So I definitely got tied.
No, he wants you to tie me up.
Okay. And I walked down and kind of looked embarrassed and awkward and confused.
And as she
I
gets
don't know how to
close,
get you out of this one, Lothar.
as she gets close, I'm gonna say, Cassie, it's me, Lothar. Hopefully you recognize me when I was standing next to you and turned invisible.
And and I nodded to him and whispered to him, I know.
Okay. Well, I think I have a way out of this, but I don't know if it's gonna work.
And Misha's going to walk next to Harburg as they together walk
All
towards the hut. Fingers crossed you guys think of a plan before we get there. I did my best.
All right, so the constable continues marching closer towards the hut. Or the shack.
Illyria is kind of keeping her distance, and
Kind of
she's
just
not
edging-
actively drawn on the constable anymore, but she's definitely keeping an eye on him.
All right.
All going into the shack.
So
Yeah,
we're
it's-
all heading to that shack, I guess.
Yeah, as soon as we get in and I notice that he's not right there, I'm gonna whisper to Gravender, when you get a chance, slap me. When the constable comes in, slap me.
He just smacks you right away.
Of course he would. That's why I had to read.
Okay, as soon
Restate
as
my
he
point.
comes in, I'll smack you.
Yes, please.
All right.
Okay.
Just a reminder, Gravender, in case this was part of your plan, it's the middle shed that leads to the tunnel.
Nope, I was just heading
Okay.
to the first shed.
Okay, just
I
reminding you.
just said shed.
So I can't run away. All right.
Okay.
All right, so the
I'm going
constable,
to-
Bender doesn't make plans.
constable is currently standing in the doorway.
I stuck it right before him. So
He's still got his sword drawn, and he's just kind of effectively blocking the exit.
Gravender, this is your cue.
And he kind of gestures towards Lothar.
As soon as he walks, as soon as I see him walk in, I just rear back and smack Lothar.
All right. So, Lothar, I'm assuming you just take it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna put my bardic acting to good use here. And
All right. So
and-
Gravender raises his hand up and slaps you across the face for 2 points of damage.
what a smack! All right,
Bloody lip.
and I'm gonna snap back from that, and I'm gonna make my eyes as wide as I can, and I'm gonna start saying, "Where am I? What is it? What is this place? What's going on? What am I wearing? Who are you?" I'm gonna try to act as if I have no idea where the hell I am. As in being controlled. That's what I'm going for anyway.
All right.
And once he as he starts doing this, I'm gonna say, Lothar, you're Lothar. It's Gravender.
I don't know if
And-
that's a good idea,
And the
Gravender.
constable kind of, you can see that, you can hear his grip tightening on his sword, and he says, "So you do know him then?"
Oh my god. Lothar, if you die, I'm sorry, but we're all gonna die with you, apparently.
Why
Okay.
does my face hurt? And why am I bloody?
Well, I'll get to that in a minute. And he looks at the constable and says, "You mean why?" And I'm gonna consciously look around. I'm gonna try to kind of look past him, see if any of his buddies are standing outside.
It seems that they're all still kind of just standing near the entryway.
Okay. You mean why would we not admit to you that we knew someone when you might be one of these cult of the Delver people that we came here to fight? We had no way of trusting you, and your actions toward us made you seem even less trustworthy.
And he says, "You want to speak of trustworthiness? Well, since your party has
I
shown
will
up
speak
in
of
my
proof.
town, I've had countless bodies of my people slaughtered within the homestead of this village.
As far as I'm aware, all that has happened is that a group of adventurers here to help you and your town have defeated a band of rogues who attacked us when we inadvertently stumbled upon their underground tunnels.
He says, so you admit to encountering individuals down in the tunnel system then?
The ones who attacked us? Yes.
More than just merely slaying rats?
Yes.
As you swore earlier?
And Mia's gonna
I
kind
made
of
no
cut him
oaths.
off, and she's gonna be like, "You have to understand our position here. We didn't come here to harm any of your villages. We came into a town apparently filled with occults when we were looking for nothing of the sort. We were ambushed, attacked, accused, and we clearly went about it the wrong way. But I hope you understand now why we had to pull you aside from everyone else. We're not sure who we can trust. And so this ruse to get you away from everyone is just so we know that we can have your trust alone."
And he points his sword at Lothar once again. He says, so, how do we know this one's not with the cult then? He wore
Because
their
he
very
came
mask.
with us. I don't know how he did that. He has magic, but he came with us. A great druid sent us here, warning us that there were 4 evils growing in this land. Excuse me,
What?
3 evils growing in this land.
He did warn us of 4, but we only know of 3. Illyria knows of 4.
What evils do you speak of?
We were told of a prophecy of several. What's the right word?
Elemental fiends.
Elemental fiends. Thank you. Looking to destroy the lands, and we were sent here to take them down one by one. From the sounds of. Never mind.
When we arrived in this town, we began looking for them. And by pure happenstance, we fell in the middle of the street into a tunnel. And inside that tunnel, what did we find? Worshippers of some strange deep delvers. Sounds like earth cultists to me if I ever heard of them.
Grubender, go ahead
What do
and
they
roll
do? They
me.
attack us.
Grubender, roll me a persuasion check with advantage.
Man, you guys are 15.
All right, he slowly lowers his sword from pointing towards Lothar. And he says, if your story is true, then I request no more lies between us. You speak
Agreed.
of trust and evils,
I've said agreed, and I've stretched out my hand to him.
and before grasping your hand, he just kind of starts just rambling a little bit.
Yeah, I figured.
Says trust isn't built upon lies, and evil only grows on the facts of it. If you want me to trust you for these stories you proclaim, for the reason you are here in this city, then no more lies between us. And he reaches forward and grasps your hand, like past the arm itself, making a kind of like lock of the wrists.
Manly handshake.
Exactly.
Group hug, guys.
Oh, group hug. Oh.
Oh, you broke your camera. No, you're good.
I was hugging my camera.
Says, well then, so tell me then, where are you staying in town? It doesn't appear that you're lodged at the local inn.
Well, we were directed to I guess it's more of a house than an inn.
Bed and breakfast.
I don't even.
Well,
know
I
what
haven't
the
had
name of the
breakfast there
place is.
yet. But, Mother Yolanta? Is that the right name?
Yes, it is.
It is Mother Yolanta's house. She took us in when we were planning on leaving town due to the, well, unwelcoming nature of our encounters so far.
He releases his grasp on your arm. He says, perhaps it would have saved us all a lot of trouble had you have left when you'd planned on it. Though I appreciate your honesty now.
And Mishi begins. Since we're being truthful with one another now, I would like to ask if you know of anything of these delvers that seem to be running some people in your town. We would like any information, for we are all but lost.
And he kind of sheathes his sword, and he looks to Mushi, and he says, we've heard reports from all sorts, more or less whispered rumors of all sorts of various secretive meetings and cloaked figures wearing masks appearing in all areas in town. Most recently, we heard of a robed individual with a similar stone mask that was here in the quarry only last night. Which is why
That is why we are here. We came to find him.
Which is why we were so readily available to the cries for help.
And
So it
these
appears-
men,
Go ahead.
these men in stone masks, they've been wreaking havoc among the town.
He says, despite the rumors of such stone-faced men, we've been unable to find any truth to these rumors. The tunnels opening up in the middle of the hole opening up in the middle of town, leading the tunnels, is by far the most we've come across. Though the slain individuals inside speak of an evil that we did not know present in this town. We've yet to come across any of these stone-faced individuals ourselves, and nobody that I know of in town would be capable of crafting stone into a mask of this sort. And the town elders seem to know nothing of this as well. Whether or not they are influenced by the delvers themselves, I cannot say for sure. For our own investigations seem to be constantly coming to dead ends.
Can I insight check just to see how honest he's being in this conversation? From the floor,
Sure.
of course.
Sure.
And I would like to ask, while he's checking him on that, how long has this been going on for?
Never mind.
So Lothar, as you're kind of staring up at this guy, you can feel your cheeks starting to swell, and you're a little distracted. Like, you can hear him talking, but you can't believe that Grabender actually hit you so hard that your cheeks starting to swell up.
Oh, goodness.
And it's very distracting from what this guy is trying to tell you. And so you're having a hard time really focusing on him long enough to tell whether or not he's being truthful with you from the floor.
Fair enough.
What was that, Mishi?
Oh, I was just curious. I asked him, how long has this been happening for? How long has it been going on?
Says perhaps a few months at most. At least that was when the whispers started.
And we've only come across the. Sorry. You can
Alright. Can I do inside check as well?
Sure.
Alright. Hang
All
in.
right.
We are terrible at reading people.
So you're poking your head around this guy, and you can see Lothar down on the floor, and his face, being caked with mud, starting to swell on one side. And you're a little shocked about seeing the side of your friend on the floor, caked in mud, with his face swelling up.
Now I'm really turning red.
So I couldn't find it, but I'm going to attempt to relay what we were told about the stone bad guy.
Okay.
See if that strikes any notes with him.
For future reference, I believe I put that on the Druids page. Radoth, the Druid on the wiki.
I clicked on a link to a quest for him. Yeah, there we go.
So
On the character page. So one sec, and... Whoa. But okay, so you relay the information about... Crap, I just lost it.
Disgraced son of a noble.
Disgraced son of the noble. And after a while, he kind of grows concerned. Kind of more you go into this. He says, you believe this individual has anything to do with those you found underneath this town?
We do.
It fits the description we were given. Some priest or preacher communicating with creatures from below who forces his followers to wear masks. I'm afraid we have found him.
However, we have not found him.
His face is just kind of growing more and more with concern.
And now these creatures appear. I do not think that is coincidence.
So you were not able to slay all of those that you found under the town? You were not able to put an end to this?
Not yet. We have not.
As I have said, we were attacked and slew those who attacked us. We have not yet delved into all the halls of the tunnels beneath your town.
Which brings me to my next question. We only know of the one tunnel underground in the middle of town, and you said tunnels. Can you point us to any other tunnels you may know of?
I was simply referring to the tunnel system you came across. Under the hole, one I believed led to some sort of latrine, another to a pit of dead rats, the third,
We really did
numerous
kill rats while we were
slain
down there.
town figures, and the fourth seemed to lead to this very quarry.
Those townspeople you keep referring to, did you not see them as the cultists they were?
And upon saying this, he looks very visibly offended. And he looks to you and he says, "How dare you? Those folks were slain in cold blood.
They were not.
I've lived here all my life with some of them."
And this is the root of the evil that we seek. His
Says-
ability to turn people.
He
Good
says, "You
people.
said this disgraced noble's son forced his followers to wear masks. They wore no such masks upon their faces."
Didn't they have masks when they attacked us?
They did.
We fought 7 attackers.
Masked men.
6 wore masks. The 7th was the face, or was the father of...
Don't tell him we knew he was a father.
Well, we didn't.
Yeah, you found that out after the fact.
Well, anyway, 7 men attacked us. 6 of them wearing masks.
Stone masks.
Says,
We
"When
should. Why didn't we grab one of these masks, guys?
He says,
Damn
when we
it.
came down the hole, we found no such masks. He points to Lothar and he says, the first time we saw one of these stone masks was when he showed up mere feet from my face, which is why I swung at him when I did.
That is understandable.
The only reason he could conjure a mask with his magic was because he's seen it before. We did see these masked men attack us.
And if they no longer had the masks,
That
then means
is someone
someone or
else.
something got to them before you did. And after we left.
Says we weren't able to explore the entirety of the tunnel system, as it appears there's been a collapse of recent. Beyond the room with the slain villagers was a small tunnel which came to a dead end with a large pile of rocks and rubble as the ceiling caved in on it.
Dams.
I'm going to slowly raise my hand so that way they can call on me and I can talk.
And he looks to the individual down on the floor as he's slowly raising his hand. He says, "What is it?"
Being a student of the arcane arts, could it be that the reason you didn't find these masks because they were created out of magic, possibly even to influence or control the ones wearing them, and upon death they disappear?
Says, "I suppose it's entirely possible, but even such magics you speak of have their limitations. From the whispered rumors we hear, these people chose to don the masks at certain times. For example, Braylon's father, if he truly was one of these cultists you speak of, I've seen him numerous times during the daylight without such a mask. It would appear that any time that he would wear this mask, are you saying somebody would force it upon him to do their bidding every time?"
It's a scary thought to...
You suggest that a lone individual forced down the bodies of these 7 individuals you fought down in the tunnels and forced a mask upon each of their faces?
I would have to say not.
It,
But they call themselves the Delvers. That sounds to me like multiple beings, as it were. And if it is what our arch-druid friend said, it could be the work of very strong individuals. And I have seen magical items possess people. They could be compelled to put the items on, and when the items are on, they
it's
follow
literally
the
at the
wishes
tip of his
of...
finger.
They follow the orders of the ones who created the items. It is possible. I have seen spells and items at work.
And the worry still readily apparent on his face. He kind of just gazes kind of beyond Lothar, not really connecting his eyes with yours anymore, just kind of almost like a blank expression. He says, "Well, tell me, what can we possibly do to defend ourselves against such a threat?"
That we will need some help from some holy men. I'll look towards Gerbender. I ran into a brother. Yeah.
A brother from another mother?
Yeah. I can't remember his name. I ran into a holy man in the tavern, and he said that he has been looking into disturbances in the area, and that his order specializes in these kind of happenings. We could reach out to them and to the Is it a shrine in town? I can't remember what we called it. That had all the like the 7 different.
So
Worshippers.
there was the shrine. The local shrine had a priest. Had 2 priests of 2 different religions that you encountered, but you also encountered the brother at the tavern,
Right.
who seemed to just kind of be wandering through town, who you asked to stay.
Right. So I'm just gonna mention that we could seek out the priest at the shrine and the brother from another mother to the south, or whatever he's from. Seek out people of faith and magic, is what I'm saying.
He says, but did you not just say a moment ago that it would require powerful magics to essentially curse these masks in this fashion? How do we know these individuals are to be trusted?
We don't yet. Just as we took the chance as we did with you.
We don't. Agreed. But men of exemplar... I'd say men of exemplar faith tend to have a higher resistance to being controlled. It would be a better start than no start, I would say.
At which point, Illyria's going to step up and look at the guy and basically say, what you need to do is keep an eye on your townspeople and try to discover which of them are serving this noble, and let us know while we try to find a means to deal with him. If you can track them, they may lead us to him. We can't be everywhere at once.
And he turns around to meet the voice that's now speaking to him, and he says, yes, I suppose this makes sense. Tell me, did you find anything down in the tunnels that may indicate any such individuals in the town, so we would know, at the very least, where to start? Did you keep any of them alive long enough to question them?
And I don't remember all the details, but she's going to tell him about the list of names we got from the old man.
All right.
Oh, not our pickle guy.
I know I don't want to be disrupted. I wanted. Can I do the perception check?
What are you trying to perceive?
Well, I'm trying to, keep myself my awareness and senses about what the man's talking about and about the monster.
So it seems the monsters that your party are talking about are these giant these giant headless insectoid-like monsters that you guys fought at the end of last session. And these stone-faced individuals are the guys that you guys were attacked by down in the tunnel when you fell down the hole in town.
Okay.
He's a puppy dog.
Okay. It's just just want to know that we were trying to tell the truth with that man.
So seems like that's what they're trying to explain to him.
Okay. All right. Just want to make sure.
All right. So real quick, does Illyria include the old man and or the half-orc pickle vendor in this list?
Oh yeah, Illyria include all of them.
Okay.
Oh man.
She would.
Okay, what do you guys think? She's not going to try to protect the pickle guy.
I
For
know.
sure not the pickle guy, probably.
She would leave out the little boy, for sure.
I don't think the little boy was on the list that she got. The
Oh,
old
I don't
man.
remember. I don't remember the list.
I thought I made it as a handout, but
You probably did. I just.
I probably
didn't.
did, but I'm not looking.
Well, I'm not seeing it because I was trying to find it.
No, she would totally be like,
Oh, maybe.
She'd throw everyone under the bus.
She'd throw everybody under the bus.
That's what I thought.
I was just wondering about the old guy because he was also the one that kind of set you up at Mother's. So that's why I was like,
The old guy that didn't want me to go through the door. That old guy.
Yeah, that'll be.
The one that I knocked out, right?
The one you guys kept knocking out. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. I like that.
I
guy.
think he's been through enough pain.
Okay, she'll leave him off the list.
All right.
He seemed to be a valuable source of information, and she wouldn't want him interrogated.
Well, we already interrogated him, and basically all he could tell us was, "Don't go down there. It's really dangerous."
We should have went. You should have let me go through that door. Damn it. That's right.
Then we would all be dead, probably.
Hey.
Hey, we got out of this one, luckily. I don't know how we did it, but we
Anyway.
did it, guys. Woo!
Woo.
The truth will set you free.
Yeah.
Apparently so. Should we tell him that in town, Lothar and Cassie are one person and us three are the other persons?
No.
By the way, we're keeping this lie alive.
And then also Groomed, which is the half orc.
Yeah, I'm going to tell whatever I can since we're no more secrets,
All right.
no more lies.
But I am
Or
still
pickle guy.
Lothar, covered in red.
What if the pickle guy is the one who's under it all? Like, what
I
if he's
said
like the
that from the
mastermind?
beginning. I said it was him. The pickle guy is the. I gotcha.
Yeah, maybe he's only trying to kill the people who didn't take pickles.
Ooh.
Or talk shit about his pickles. I don't know.
Uh,
That's what this whole campaign's
hey,
about.
it's Scooby Doo, man. The
Pickles.
first one that seems bad is the bad guy. I'm just saying.
First one that seems bad.
He didn't seem bad.
That's a
He
problem.
had pickles. He was being robbed when you found him by kids.
That's true.
It's the kids!
In all fairness, we don't know what he would have done to them if we didn't show up.
He
Anyway,
would have given them more pickles.
Okay, so he kind of takes a moment and kind of spins, not really spins around, kind of looks around at each of you and he says, "So, do you plan on staying in Red Larch for some time then? If so, in the sake of trust in this becoming friendship between yourselves and the town constable, I suppose at the very least I could know your names, or the group's name if you prefer."
I know Gerbender
We-
wants to say it.
We have occasionally been known as Grabender and the four others, but I prefer to think of us as Vox Moronica.
oh, we changed the name again?
No, that's the group of cast-offs from
Oh, that's right.
Critical Role.
That's right.
Critical rejects.
Critical rejects.
Critical.
I'm just gonna tell him my name is what is my last I forgot my last name.
What's my name?
What's my name? Oh, you slapped me so hard. My name is Lothar Zoran. And I will actually get up and bow. Because that's what nice half-elves do.
Illyria's not gonna say a damn thing.
No, sure.
And
I don't want to give him my name. I'd rather just stick with the group name.
Oh, am I the... Oh, God, I'm the only one that introduced himself.
and
That's fine.
Cassie, and then me, and I'm also gracefully bow to him and introduce myself as well. And hi, my name's Cassie Lockhart, and I bow gracefully to him and
And-
Well then,
smile,
Miss
nod our
Cassie
head.
and Lothar, I suppose it's a pleasure to have been properly introduced to the complete party. I am the local constable, Harburg Thurmandler, and I must say apologies, Mr. Lothar, for your armor, but there are several local smiths who would be able to repair the damage for a reasonable fee.
It is all right. It's not the first scuffle I've been into because of a mistake I've made. And by the way, if anybody comes looking for the group as a whole, we are Gladius Vindicta. I don't think you've heard of us. We're a rather new band.
So I'm afraid I have not.
We're big on the indie scene.
That might be for the better.
And might I interject my own bit of advice, if you will? In the future, I would highly recommend not appearing as an evil cultist in front of the town constable, should you value your safety. There are others significantly less resilient than I, who may not have taken such an opportunity to interrogate you, if you will.
That is completely understandable. But if you see it from my point of view, I had to test you. You are in charge of this town, and there are devilish works going on, and I needed to know where you stood.
He says, "Nay, I am not in charge of this town. That would be the town elders. I was merely put in charge of the safety of the townsfolk."
So that puts you in charge in my books. You are safeguarding this town and the people within it.
And for the first time since you guys have encountered this guy, you see him crack a little smile.
And
You make
I
it
feel
rush, Lothar.
that is far more noble and exemplary and all the other niceties that go with it than the elders sitting in their high chairs and judging everyone.
And says, "You careful, lad. I was just beginning to like you, but you should watch where you would speak such words. The elders are a band of locals, various shopkeepers and such, and they may not take so kindly to your opinion."
I understand, and I mean no offense. What I mean is, those of us with the boots on the ground, as it were, should be of higher value than those that just dictate. That's all I'm saying. I'm sure the jobs are very important, but the well-being of the entire town, I feel, is far more noble. But that is my opinion.
Well, let us not confuse ourselves with talk of ethics and politics. What was I saying? Right. We should figure out where the tunnels lead, or go find people who can help us figure it out. We need to move. We can't sit around and talk. It's time to do something.
He kind of nods in agreement and says, "If you will, a moment to speak with my men for your own safety."
Of course, of course.
Steps away from the frame of the door.
Oh, shit.
Man.
So how many
I am
hit
going
points
to
does
step
Lothar have left?
outside
I have 10.
and stand here.
I was gonna ask him before he left if he knew of a healer in town that had a not so modest fee. But that's
All
okay.
right.
I can handle myself.
So as Mishi, Grabender, Cassie, and Illyria look towards the guy, he still has his sword sheathed, and he's stepping forward with his hand kind of raised, kind of like a stop signal. He says, "Men, we've interrogated the prisoner, and it would seem that Gladius Vindicta is more than they would have appeared at first. These individuals are not to be harmed within the confines of Red Lodge, and anyone who wishes to go against these orders will speak to me directly.
That's a relief. We did it, guys! We got out of all the lines.
JK!
Just kidding.
Fireball!
Fireball right in the middle. Everybody dies.
I fireball back. Ditto.
I'm gonna
Okay.
look
Whew.
at everybody and say, I could use a nap right about now. What say you? We go back to town.
What time is it?
I think it's dark,
late.
right?
Like, the sun had set when you guys first started around the quarry. Because you guys, I believe, were waiting till like late, I want to say like midnight or something, to see if nobody would be at the quarry so you guys could investigate. So it's closing on like 1 or 2 in the morning this time.
Can we? Has Harburg continued walking and he can't hear us now?
Yeah.
Okay.
He looks at it for shot.
I'm going to look. He looks at, or is he? No.
You don't know how good his hearing is?
Well, she's going to look at the group and say, I think it would be best to rest for tonight, but first thing in the morning, I would like to head north and see if we can gather with that druid gathering we heard about and see if we can find any more information there.
And I nod my head and agreed for going back to town.
And
Oh, wait.
with that,
Is there any extra? Is there an extra places in this cave, or we got blocked for the butchers?
I think we did. Did we do everything we were planning on doing? I mean, I know we were looking to explore back here and go into that tunnel system.
Well, I think we knew that the tunnel.
That
led
was the
to
tunnel
other-
system you guys were already in.
Yeah.
Like, one way, when you fell down the hole, it was
Mhm.
kind of like in the middle of a tunnel.
Mhm.
So one way went to the north, the other way went to the east.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
And the way that went to the north popped out in the middle shed of this quarry. And the one that went to the east is where you guys fought the rats and the people and all that.
Oh, okay.
what were we trying to investigate here then?
There was a priest.
Ah,
There was a
yeah.
priest
You heard
that was
about-
supposed to be-
You heard about the priest
But he's
Laura
long gone.
had appeared the night before in this quarry, who scared some locals as well as gave out commands and orders to individuals wearing stone face masks.
And then we heard that he bailed out of town.
Yeah, you heard that he was leaving town in order to protect this town from the wrath of the Delvers.
When he was giving the commands.
Okay, well, yeah, let's go to town then.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to
Okay.
sleep and then, yeah. So when I get back to my quarters, I would like to wash the red off and take off my costume
All right.
because
And
I have to see a man about a suit of armor in the morning.
and whenever we got back from the tunnel and then I'm getting a little hungry and my stomach is growling.
All right. So it's very late in the day when you guys make your way back to Mother Yolanta's.
Late in the day.
Or late in the morning. Not morning. It's like 2 in the morning when you guys make your
Okay.
Very early morning.
It's late in the midnight.
Oh, I'm so glad I don't have a window.
And Mushi, being the first one in, you can also, as you make your way in, you can see Mother Yolanta rocking in her chair in her doorway, smoking a large wood pipe.
As she walks by, she just
Close
gives
it out.
a polite nod and a wave as she makes her way upstairs.
And she stops rocking for a second, and she says, "Late night, then." And just kind of chuckles And continues rocking.
And I will drag myself since I'm like almost dead. I'm gonna drag myself and say,
I will help you up
Yes.
the stairs.
we had quite the party. And I'm gonna put my arm around Yushi and try to drag myself up the stairs.
I will help you up the stairs. Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
she doesn't even recognize me. I'm still in my
I
costume.
have returned.
I'm a strange man with Miyushi, and I just said we had quite the party. That's great.
So Ben, you guys made your way back to Mother Yolanda's.
Awesome.
Oh, there's a wall there.
I'm still looking for stuff to do. I'm ready for action.
We're going to bed, Ben. We will have action in the morning.
Yes, I am very tired.
We are going to go north
action
and
at
see
night.
that druid circle.
We had action at night. I almost died. I'm the only one that
She's not that tired.
I'm the only
We
one
got
that
out of
really
a lot
hurt,
of
right?
action.
I think you were the only one that got hit, yeah.
Son of a
Mhm.
bitch.
I just lost a lot of spells.
Villagers that got slaughtered and ripped in half, and their faces melted off.
Luckily, you had a red face, so they didn't notice.
They just hate the color red.
Yes, oh, they're bulls. That's great. I'm gonna go in and wash my face and then pass out.
All right, so Lothar, go ahead and heal back to full hit points and hit dice. I'm not sure if everyone's at max or not.
Yeah,
but you
I'm
regain
at max.
half your level. Okay. You regain half your level's worth. So you guys are level 5, so you get 2 back.
I got all my spells back.
Um,
Let's do this. Ready.
I think I'm fully healed, and yeah, I'm fully healed.
Come on, Betty. There we go.
Oh, someone stole my bed.
Too late, I'm sleeping. No, I'll go to a different room, Gravender. You can sleep there.
Oh, Cassie stole my bed.
Oh, shoot, I'm sorry.
Too late, I'm in a different bed now. I'm not moving.
Alira's gonna like look at the bed and go and sit down by the door because she's like that. She doesn't like laying down.
You could sit on the bed, Gravender.
Nope, she sits on the floor. She always does.
She does.
That sounded like the rhythm of doggy petting.
It's the people, or the music of my people. The people of my music. Gravender, I've noticed your wine hasn't been drained any this whole session.
That's just the
No.
backup bottle.
I am doing a new weight loss program, and they encourage you not to drink wine.
Oh man, I also spent a whole week bar. It's a ballet strength workout.
You know,
Oh.
diets like that are very bad for your health and sanity. I'm just saying.
Well, it's
All
not.
right.
It's not exactly a diet. So
No, I give you props. I can't do that stuff.
I just
have
thought they
no
just encourage you
self-control.
to not drink your calories.
Yeah.
But if you only drank your calories, you would lose so much weight.
I don't know if that's
and
true.
you suffer from malnutrition.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. You don't need nutrition when you have wine.
Oh, that's not what I'm talking about. Our merciful,
This chair
mighty-
needs some WD-40.
merciful, mighty God of our game just gave me some juicy stuff. What does that mean?
It means you figured out what your thing is.
Which particular one is it? I think I can figure it out without telling.
Wasting.
Wasting?
wasting.
Holy shit! You gave me the wasting. Oh, damn it!
I think that means you're not going to gain a whole lot of health back.
No, I. Oh, you. You sneaky. Okay. I didn't even see that there. Okay.
I mean, I could have made you deaf or something.
If you would have made me deaf, that actually would have made spellcasting easier, because I don't need to speak to do spells.
But as a bard, it would have made it very hilarious to try and roleplay.
Okay.
You have to develop your own form of sign language.
Yeah.
We would have had him mute his mic all the time, and then he would
Yeah.
never know. That would be great. We'll have to learn sign language. This could be
Okay.
fun.
We'll let Mushi start practicing. Okay, I
All
got
right.
you muted. I wonder what that one means.
He would have to mute everyone else because he'd be deaf. You guys could still hear him.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Right.
I know that we would have to make. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, wow, that is a huge penalty. That's great. How am I gonna pull that one off?
Wait. Why did he get that? Anyways.
Part of his class.
It's part of my class.
You just get like a disadvantage thing every so often.
I get a disadvantage on all charisma checks.
Ooh. That's gonna suck.
Yeah. But
Oh.
I get advantage on constitution checks against disease. Wow, that really sucks. That is not even okay. I'll deal. My pretty face is gone.
My pretty faces.
All right. So the sun rises, and after a little bit of sleeping in to catch up on the 8 hours worth, party wakes up by the sun outside, and one by one come out of their rooms to greet each other in the hallway.
Is there a mirror in my room?
I don't believe there is.
Shit.
But if you would like, you could describe to the party what they see as Lothar exits his room.
So I don't even know this yet, so how am I supposed to know what they see?
I mean, you felt it when you were washing off the mud.
Alright.
Something very different. So you can tell them what they see, but Lothar may not be aware of.
Oh, okay. Yes, I washed my face last night, and there was blood in the water, but it wasn't from my hands. My face is actually my body, but it's starting with my face, is slowly rotting away. So,
Can
think of, let's go with, Raiders of the Lost Ark. My face is slowly starting to melt away. I told you
So-
I lost my pretty face.
What you're saying is you become like a ghoul in Fallout.
Starting. Yes, I'm starting. So,
Is your nose gonna fall off?
I don't know. That's up to our merciful DM. I think we should do a check, like maybe once a week or something, you know. At the beginning of the session, what falls off? You know.
can I like do? Ah, shit, that doesn't do anything anymore. I was gonna say Arcana check. Not that my Arcana checks ever do anything worthwhile, but it would just tell me if it's magical. It wouldn't even tell me what it is anymore.
You know, can I use a minor illusion in the morning? Use a minor illusion for a mirror.
Sure.
All right. So I'll do that. Minor
Although-
illusion. I just can't interact with it.
I was gonna say,
I just want to
just
see my face.
brainstorming here. I think it would work out with that. It projects the image of your face as you see it. Like it would see Lothar seeing himself as Lothar
Oh, all right.
because he's not aware of it yet.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
So like it would work for like hair and stuff like that.
Right. Because I
But until
imagine
you-
myself with my beautiful
Yeah.
face. Okay.
My beautiful
Oh
face.
no! And I said I was gonna go talk to. Oh, I can't put my disguise on. Okay. Oh wait.
So
Oh no! What am I supposed to do?
And
he's like going through the different stages of realizing
Well,
Right?
the
firstly,
12 steps. The first step is admitting you have a face that's rotting.
well, no, the first thing is like, okay, I wanted to see the shopkeeper. I wasn't in disguise as when I went and saw the shopkeeper the first time. The second thing is if I'm part of the group, I'm supposed to be in my disguise. So, oh man. Shit. Alright,
And-
screw the shopkeeper. I'm just gonna roll with the group. I'm gonna put my helmet on
Okay.
to try to block as much of my face as I can.
So we don't see it yet, or do we already see it? This is before we see it,
I'm gonna
or
walk out with my helmet on because that's what everybody else saw me with the night before. So
Okay.
so I don't see his face then.
I don't know what the helmet looks like. I haven't figured out what that helmet looks like yet. I'm
like,
imagining
sleep
something
and-
like a T visor, you know, eyes and then down the face.
Yeah,
or
that's
something.
like basically like this is all we see.
All you see is my eyes, and those are the things that are rotting. I got an eyebrow hanging sideways.
We probably need to get that armor off of you.
I was
Like
gonna
you
say,
might like it.
Quick question: does Lothar sleep in his armor?
Oh no, he would never sleep in his armor.
Okay. So then, waking up, you can see like your skin itself is also kind of decaying.
Okay.
Like not just your face, but it's like your body.
So I'm starting to see like.
So you're slightly
spots and
aware of
stuff.
this, so it makes sense that you would want to wear your helmet.
So I say, oh. So this is my curse. Because I disobeyed Sparky the God Mouse. And I'm gonna cover up basically everything. And what I'll do is on the inside of the helmet, I'm gonna take a piece of cloth of some sort, maybe a red cloth if I have it, and I'll cover the inside and just leave my eyes open, so my face is basically still red, and just cover it with a cloth for now.
All right.
And when we finally woke up, sorry, let me turn it down. The music's pretty loud. When I woke up, while I'm still sleeping, I had a dream. There was a woman, looks just like Cassie, but very mature, well, grown up, with beautiful gown and has some beautiful flowers and antlers, or her crown around her head, which is a headpiece, and a long brown hair and a beautiful gown. She's a woman is a druid and pregnant, and by the time I woke up, I'm feeling curious that it was a dream or it's some kind of memories that I lost from the curse from the past.
All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does that give me radiation resistance? Putting lead lining on? Okay.
And then after that, and I know I'm very hungry and I'm ready for breakfast.
Okay, I got a theoretical question here, Zen. So what you're saying that the armor does that counteract what the skin does?
No.
Oh, it's only spells. Alright. That's cool. I like it. Oh, how am I gonna play this shit? Whoa. Okay. Ah. Oh, oh. Ooh. Intriguing. I'm gonna have to investigate. I'm gonna
All right.
I'm gonna step out to the hallway with everybody else.
All right. So hearing the commotion outside his room, Lothar readies himself, steps out of his room, donning his entire set of armor, helmet on, ready to go. And Cassie comes out with a bit of a rumble in her stomach, ready to find the first meal of the day.
Yeah.
Good
It's fine. Larry's just standing in the hallway.
She's
Like,
ready.
scaring
She's like,
everyone.
come on, guys. So, just to clear everything, Lothar is covered head to toe. I don't see anything of this decay on him, so I would have no idea.
I'm doing
Correct.
my best to cover it. Yes. So.
So I wouldn't think
I
of
don't
it.
know if
Okay.
there's something that's not covered, but
Okay.
maybe a neck.
Well, then
or
I am just
something.
going to continue down the stairs because I don't see anything. And I'm going to. Gurvinder already knocked over that thing, so I assume it's still
The
knocked
barrier.
over. Yes. And I'm going to continue down the stairs.
Didn't so much knock it over as just fail to jump it.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, ran into a wall. Ooh, I just had a good line for a spell I can do. Yes.
What, your
About
command
what
for me to
time
go
is
run
it
into a
now?
wall?
Like 9-ish,
No.
10-ish?
It's almost noon, almost noon.
Really, we slept till noon?
Wow.
Well,
You guys got back around 3 or so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Middle
Okay.
of the
So
night.
for the 8 hours of sleep for the long rest, because
Okay.
certain individuals in the party needed to recover some hit points.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I won't use any names because it could have been anybody that was attacked last night.
Oh, yes. Who was attacked last night? Oh, wait, me. Oh, man. Ooh.
So let's go
Alright.
north, guys. I'm ready for this. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
I'm gonna run by and get like some travel loaves from the bakery
All right.
and
You know what? I'm
some
gonna.
more chicken.
I
be
would
on the
like
way.
to walk to. Wait, we're heading. Which direction are we heading? North?
North.
Actually, okay, so we are going north, but did I ever get my ox?
You have not gotten it yet.
Where
Okay,
is-
was that at 16 or 5? That was at 5, right?
The one basically across the street and to the left.
Okay,
So
Fine.
so I'm going to go there. And I'm going to talk with these people before I go anywhere else.
All
I'm
right.
going to take it with me because I don't know what's going to happen. But I was asked if I could pay to have them sheltered for another night or two till I return.
All right.
I'm gonna ask.
My new ox.
I'm gonna say, can I have 15 minutes and I'll meet back up with you guys?
And okay, so before I leave, how about we all discuss? We're gonna run quick errands in about 15-20 minutes. We'll all gather back at the same spot, and then we'll north of town
Okay.
by 18. We'll all gather by 18.
So it's actually
we can start
the large path you guys would have to take to
Okay.
get towards the
We will gather by.
tower, towards
17.
the sacred stone.
We will gather over there in about 20 minutes after we finish all of our little mini things.
All right.
Call it a
So
day.
Grubender, who's going with Grubender to the bakery?
I'd go if he'll
I
stop with
think
me
I
at the place first.
Sure,
I don't care.
and Illyria will follow.
All right.
Because she wants another
His chair is so
cheesy
squeaky.
chicken sandwich thing.
Biscuits
He wants cheesy bread.
She wants cheesy bread. I'm going
What
back
is-
to the tannery. I can't remember which one that was. Was that 14? No.
I think 19.
I mean, the people you built out of the money.
Yeah, 19.
You're going back there?
No, different one. I'm gonna go to LaRousse.
All right.
And I'll walk in and... Oh, what name did I give him? Shit. I can't remember.
All right, so while he's trying to remember, Mushi, you're the first one to make it to number 5.
It's like, oh, I'm so excited.
And you come up, and you can see the pair of Dwarven brothers kind of struggling with this large creature in front of them. And one of as you make your way up to him, you can see Thorsk looks incredibly excited to see you. He's, oh, there she is. She's come up. We got your oxen late this morning, but as we said, it's here for you, ready to go. So, as we agreed, how about the final 9.5 gold?
And she has that ready in her hand as she was walking over. She already was getting it out. She says, I have the final payment for this ox. However, I have a huge favor I would like to ask you.
You can see the expression on his face kind of drop suddenly. He's like, oh no, you don't want the ox, do you?
I want the ox. However, things have come up and I will not be able to take him yet. Is there any way I can pay storage fees for you to house him for at least one night, maybe more?
Well, how long is maybe more?
No more than 1 week, positively.
What does I keep the ox for a whole 10 day? Ooh, oh,
I can pay you up front.
Austin's not going to be happy about that, but I suppose we could make do.
I hope to return within the night. However, if things arise, it might be more than just one night.
Oh, very, very well, very well. Well, for a 10-day, let's just call it an even 10 gold for storing the ox and feeding him and the like. And if you come back sooner, we'd be happy to provide you with the feed for the remainder of the time.
I am more than happy to do this. I appreciate that. Also, I would like to ask if you could gather extra supplies for me for when I do take the ox so that he will have feed for me on my travels.
Well, what sort of supplies are you needing then? We have a plethora of wagons available if that's what you mean. You want a wagon for the ox? It could carry quite a deal of feed for him.
Just the feed would be all right. Just enough that he could carry on his own back, and then I can make further plans from there.
So, like, you want us to fill his saddlebags with feed? He won't be good for carrying much else.
I'm gonna.
That's what you're doing.
Mushi, have you ever owned an ox before?
No. this will be
Well,
new.
let me give you this one tip. I grew up around a lot of a farm sort of place. They eat grass.
But don't they also need like other nutritional properties? Like horses eat grass, but they also need like oats and stuff. Don't they?
So I'm assuming Grabender's actually there, like with Mushi's. They were on their way to the bakery.
Yeah,
So
I'm talking to her.
You can see the dwarf. He kind of looks over at you with a bit of like a kind of. Yes, they can graze, but oats and the like are a bit of a healthier diet for him. If you're wanting your ox to last a decent amount of time.
So you mean the ox out there in the fields are being provided with oats daily?
Oh, those aren't our oxen. Oh no. But I assure you, we are only providing her with the finest oxen. Or oats.
It's
If
beautiful.
you would
I'm
prefer
so
more,
excited.
we can make arrangements for such.
How about you get her half a bushel of oats? That should be plenty to go along with the grazing.
Absolutely. As we said, we'd be happy to provide any leftover feed for the 10 days worth if you come back sooner. And if you come back, we can happily provide half a bushel's worth.
And you said 10 gold, right?
We did.
Okay, so she grabs the 10 gold out of her pack along with the extra 9 Was it
So
950?
19 gold and 5 silver total.
Okay, that is what she grabs out of her pack and hands to them, and she says, "I am gratefully pleased."
So are you paying this out of your money or out of group money?
The 9.5 we took out last time, but I'll take the 10 out of mine.
Okay, because actually I just took the whole 19 out last time.
That's true.
Yeah, but he didn't take account for the extra 10 days, right?
Right, so the extra 10.
Right, so the 10 gold.
The 10 I will take.
Okay.
Okay, out of your money.
Yes,
Okay, and I will not
Okay.
note it in the spreadsheet.
we're done.
I think Gerbender needs an abacus.
Okay. And she shakes both of their hands and says, "I appreciate this. If you need anything, I will be here as soon as possible."
Absolutely, and good luck finding the rest of your troop, I suppose you call them.
Thank you very much. And she leaves.
I like how you're the one buying stuff. You're like, if you need anything, just let me know. I'll be happy to help.
I'm a good person despite my prophecy. But she is going to pat the ox. First, she is going to try and bond with this ox for a moment before she leaves.
Roll me an animal handling check.
Oh, shit. This could be very
Wait,
bad.
you're buying a critter and you don't have animal handling?
So
Is that a
as you're
critter?
approaching it, it looks horrified at
Oh my
you.
god.
And this individual with horns almost the size of its own approaching it on 2 legs. And he just kind of starts backing up, horrified, jerking and yanking on the reins that Asdan's holding. And
I'll
looks
try
kind of
again
horrified. I think that's good enough. We'll see ya in about a 10 day, maybe less.
And I leave.
All
I'll
right.
figure out a name for it and we'll get together perfectly fine, okay?
It's just gotta get used to you.
It's just, eventually we're gonna be like this. Okay?
You're gonna lock horns.
Something like that.
All right.
So I
guys-
follow Gerbender to the bakery.
You make it to the bakery.
And not specifically at the bakery, just in general, I want to buy enough provisions for like 20 days for myself. A variety of meats and cheeses and breads.
All right. Ration spot. Okay. So, popping into the door, you hear the ding, and you see the large burlier man, especially for a baker. He looks surprised and happy to see you. He's like, you, the bagel man! Oh, they've been selling like cakes, like warmed cakes. Oh, come on in. What can I get for you?
I was hoping you could provide. We're about to go on a bit of a journey, and I was hoping to gather some traveling loaves, some fresh baked, some double baked, so they'll last longer.
Oh, indeed. How many are you looking to buy?
Oh, I'm just looking for enough for myself for, let's call it 20 days. So,
Just yourself. I mean, you did say we.
well, I assume my companions will also be interested, but I'm buying for myself.
Very well. Oh, I could make you a great deal on crumble cake if, as I told you last time you were here, it's not the finest food ever, but it's made to last. It'll last 20 days easy.
Is it nourishing?
Absolutely.
Does it go well with cheese?
If you've got cheese, sure.
I'll take some.
All right. 20 crumble cakes then.
Well, no, not. I don't need 20 of them.
You said 20 days worth.
Yes, but I would also, that would be some portion of my rations. How about 10 crumble cakes? And
All right.
5 loaves. loaves.
Oh, I know I missed that part. Can I also do the animal handling as well?
So that was for Mushi and her ops.
Oh, okay. Oh, shoot. Hey, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'm trying to find something to eat.
I'm just looking at the metal mystery, and it has Iron Constitution. All Constitution saving throws you have advantage on. Yay!
Is that one of the one things you can pick?
Yeah, it's one of the revelations. No,
All right, it says
just
and 5 double baked loaves. Sure thing, sure thing. I could make you a bargain with those as well, I suppose, considering you were kind enough to help me out with those bagels.
I have also remembered one additional key step.
Oh,
They come
yeah?
out. The crust is a little firmer, and the inside gets it's denser than most bread. If you boil them first.
You don't say.
Yes. So you form them just as you had before, but then you boil them for about 3 minutes and then bake them.
Well, I suppose I could give it a shot. I mean, I've never boiled my bread before, but they worked out well enough last time. So,
Well,
just
again,
the 10 crumble cakes and the 5 double baked loaves. Is that going to be it for you?
and 5 regular loaves.
5 regular loaves. Absolutely, absolutely. Is that it?
Unless you sell cheese or meats, yes.
I'm afraid the only cheeses and meats I got go into the goods I got. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Just a wheel of the local cheese.
All right, sure.
Something suitably firm, not runny, suitable for travel. Hopefully
Right.
wax coated.
Right. Yeah, I suppose I got a spare wheel in the back. So the 10 crumble cakes, 5 double baked, and the 5 regular, along with the wheel of cheese. Is that it?
That should be sufficient.
All right, let's call it 85 silver for the whole lot.
85 silver for the whole lot.
Indeed, and that's with the bit of a discount I'm giving you for the insight with those bagels of yours.
Okay. Out of character. Break it down for me.
So 5 silver apiece for roughly a meal a day, times roughly 20, and then plus 3 silver for a wheel of cheese, for a total of I think 103.
Wait, okay, but if I'm going to get the full meal, then I expect to have more than just bread and cheese.
Why does Gerbender need a... Why can't you just have some rations?
Well, that's essentially what I was trying to buy.
Right, and the rations are 5 silver apiece, essentially.
Well, see, I was just looking, and the food, drink, and lodging menu has bread loaf, 2 copper.
Does it? What page is that on?
158.
158.
Now, if you have like a rations somewhere,
The very next page. Okay. So, 5 silver apiece for the crumble cakes. And 1 silver for the cheese hunk. And 2 copper times 10. What is that? 1 more silver? No, 2 more silver. Sorry, I got a bit mixed up in my head. Let's call it an even 5 gold.
That, my friend, sounds like a more reasonable price.
Sorry, all this flour in the air.
I understand. I'm not the best with numbers.
And he reaches forward with a large burlap sack and kind of starts throwing various items behind the counter into it. And reaches behind him for a couple of shells, and he walks into the back room and comes back with a wheel of cheese and sets that into the bag as well. He says, "Here you go, bud. Everything as we talked about."
Excellent. Thank you very much. I'm going to start taking I'm going to take the burlap sack, because he's giving it to me, and I'm going to start stuffing the more resilient loaves into my backpack in various places, and then knot the burlap up really well so it holds the wheel of cheese, and tie that onto the back of my backpack.
All right.
He's going to start looking like Samwise from Lord of the Rings.
Exactly.
All these pots and pans and sausages hanging off the back of his freaking backpack.
Hey, somebody's got to carry them. It should be you.
Me?
You're the one with the 19 strength.
Hey, nobody wants me to carry anything. Think I'm gonna walk.
No one knows you're falling apart yet.
That's true.
13 strength.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I remember. I gave everybody Gunther when I was in town. I didn't tell anybody I was Lothar, so besides the constable.
All right, and additionally, as he's kind of readying himself with this burlap sack, Illyria is kind of glancing about this shop, kind of taking it in really for the first time. And she can see carved into one of the wooden beams on the side, near the door, is a small little marking that she didn't recognize the first time, but it's written in thieves' cant, and it says, "Inquire within." Like to the ordinary traveler, it's just it looks like just kind of random scratchings.
Whoa.
I don't know what the proper lingo would be, but she's going to step up and pretend to be ordering something and say whatever phrase is most likely to get the attention of the dude.
All right, and she's saying that thieves' cant is essentially kind of like
It's a written code.
crap. What is the Brad Pitt movie where he's a gypsy? It's a robbery movie.
I have no idea.
I know the one you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, it's basically that, where you're actually speaking in English, but it's like double speak, where it has
Right.
a second meaning to everybody that knows thieves' cant.
It's like Ocean's 12. When they go to that guy in the bar, and he's like, "You told him that his daughter had to go do what?"
All right,
Yeah, so she's going to step up and say something like, I'd like to get a double barley with a twist to go.
all right. So what message is she trying to get across to him? Just like that she speaks it.
She's basically trying to say, I want to let you know I'm in town. Interested if you have a proposition.
All right. Also, as a reminder for you, Illyria broke her thieves' tools when she was trying to pick that lock on the shed door. And
So she would.
currently she doesn't have any thieves' tools on her person.
So this is definitely the place that she's going to ask. You know, if this guy ends up
Certainly
being the right
seems that
person,
way. All right.
then she's going to basically inquire about the possibility of acquiring some additional supplies beyond bread.
So in front of Grabender, Cassie, and Mushi, he's like, "Oh, certainly, I got a couple more loaves in the back. Anything, any flavors particular that you'd like?"
She's gonna ask for the pumpernickel swirl.
Oh, pumpernickel swirl. That's a little pricey. I'm sorry, but being an individual I don't quite recognize myself, I'm afraid I can't give you any kind of discount on it.
I understand that pumpernickels are very hard to come by in this part of the world, but I have a strong desire. So, name your price.
Well, pumpernickel swirl is not necessarily a flavor that everyone would like, if you will, and some would actually seek to get rid of the pumpernickel swirl altogether. But I suppose I could get one for you for 35 gold.
That's an acceptable price. Could you come down slightly if I don't need them today?
Says, I'm sorry, miss, but being an unknown in this town, we haven't really built up much of a supplier-consumer relationship, if you will, and I'm afraid...
She's going to try to give him, like, some sort of high sign. Like, she's going to try to give him some sort of, like, high sign to show not only does she know the lingo, but she really is, aware of the culture.
So he's basically saying, like, he understands that she knows thieves can't, and like he's kind of like, yeah, I get that, but I don't really want to risk exposing myself to somebody I don't know. So if I am, I want to make a little bit of money off of that.
Right, no, I get that.
So until we have a little bit of a relationship, I'm going to charge you a little extra. So essentially 35 gold, whether or not you need it now or later. Unless of course, you've got other bakers that can recommend the taste of your own palate.
Well, perhaps if I were to acquire some pumpernickel personally and bring it in and maybe lend you a hand, perhaps then we could come up to a more appreciable price.
Maybe. So...
You consider that. We'll be back in town here in the next 10 days or so.
I suppose I'll be seeing you lot around then.
And I have no idea if she really needs rations or not, so she's gonna get like a few loaves of bread.
Okay. I just closed that book, but it was, what, 3 silver a piece?
Yeah, basically she's gonna buy like a gold worth of bread. Actually, a bread loaf was 2 copper. But
okay.
Let's see.
A day's ration is 5 silver.
5 silver.
See, where are y'all seeing that? I'm seeing like this meals per day.
No, it's not under that. That's general living. It's under the like where you buy
the
equipment.
Actual shop one on page 150.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, rations.
Rations 1 day.
Okay.
5 silver.
Yeah, so she'll buy like 3 days worth of rations.
All right. And he sells her 5 silver, or 5 silver for each ration, 15 silver total.
Oh, am I with you guys?
Actually, I think you and Lothar are elsewhere.
Oh,
I didn't know anybody was following me. I was just going to the tannery.
Oh, then okay, maybe Cassie is with us.
I got lost.
Cassie did go with us.
Yeah, because I
Because
was.
Lothar is on his
hungry.
own secret mission right now
Secret
Okay.
mission.
with his possessed armor that's eating him alive
Shh, no one knows
that
that.
we don't know about.
It's making me nervous.
All right. Well, Commander is fully prepared to go stomp some monster faces.
All right.
Since everyone else bought rations, I would like to buy a few also.
All
Just
right.
3 days.
3 days.
Yes.
So he pulls up equal portions to what he just presented for Illyria. He says, "Here you go, miss. 3
It says
more
15
crumble
silver,
cakes.
right?
15 silver."
Oh, do I have any silver?
What does your character sheet say?
You should have some.
You have plenty of money in the group loot.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
So according to
Since
your
I
character
bought-
sheet, you have 7 silver and 17 gold.
Oh, okay. And
So
I'm
since
not.
I
It's
bought
okay.
basically paid 5 gold, I can assume I have 10 days worth of rations of a variety of things.
Sure. Yeah. That makes sense.
Don't eat too much
And-
cheese, you'll get stopped up.
As
Make it
everyone
11.
else,
Make it 11 days worth of rations because he gave you a little discount too.
Awesome.
What was that? Everybody
as
else?
everyone else is doing their stuff, I'm just gonna start walking towards the large road, ready to leave, waiting for everyone to gather again.
All right.
I know all of this is happening at the same time, but I'm ready. Do your thing.
All right. And about this time, Lothar makes his way to the tannery.
Mm-hmm.
And he's once again greeted by this terrible smell of various hides soaking in dyes.
Smells like I woke up this morning. What's that guy's name again?
He says, welcome to LaRuth's Tannery. What can I get for you, friend?
LaRuth. It is I, Gunther. I have returned a little early. I found some armor when I was working in the field.
Oh, well, how's that studded leather treating you?
It kept me alive. No puncture wounds, thankfully.
Of course it did, of course it did. As I promised.
Has there been any news on those materials I asked for?
Clearly you have no idea how dove travel works. It
Nope.
takes them some time to get their message to where they're going, and equally some more time to get back with word of where they've been.
Indeed. Well, seeing as how I have acquired a new suit of armor, I'm gonna be needing to withdraw my order.
Well, in that case, are you planning on paying for that studded leather?
How much was the stud leather?
75 gold.
Was it 75?
Or
I handed him 75 for a
you handed him
trade.
75 for the information as well as the studded leather.
Mm.
And then the leather itself, I believe, he charged you 50.
I think I talked him into just taking the 75 and me taking the armor.
And then you would have returned the armor
Right.
upon this getting the new armor.
Mm.
You can just return the studded leather, right? You're not using it.
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna return him the. Here is your studded leather armor back. Like I said, it hasn't even really been used. No damages, of course.
He says, I certainly hope not if you're returning it.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, not even a speck of blood on it.
Now, I assure you, you'll be regretting this decision, as, this armor you're in now clearly wouldn't make you nearly as dexterous as my own. But perhaps it won't be until you realize this in combat yourself that you'll be coming back here. I'm almost sure of it.
Most likely. But as of right now, I need far greater protection than what the standard leathers can provide.
So is that so?
It is.
What are you running from then?
It seems like everyone right now. Matter of fact, last night I got slapped by one of my colleagues for no reason.
Well, I believe I'm on your colleague's side if you were to treat their goods as you do with my own.
I even polished it for you.
Yes, it shows.
Well, is there any way I can get that deposit back, or will you be wanting to keep it?
I thought you said the deposit was going towards your new suit of leather.
It is.
Are you saying you no longer want the new leather?
Correct.
Well, in that case, I could give you back 20 gold. As I said, the bird has already taken flight.
I understand your inconvenience, but 55 gold pieces for one dove travel seems quite a steep price to me.
He says, aye, it does as well to me, but I'm not the one choosing to forfeit the offer.
Very well. Let's continue the order. I don't see this. I don't have a sense in wasting gold like that. I will provide it to one of my colleagues who uses leather armor more efficiently than I can, apparently. I will give you your studded leather back, in good faith, I suppose, for future endeavors.
Says, very well, very well. Where are you staying? I'll send word once I've heard back from my sources.
I'll tell him where I'm staying. I can't remember what it is, the place.
Mother Yolanta's?
That one.
All right.
And send it care of Gladius Vindicta, in case one of my colleagues has to pick it up instead of I.
Gladius Vindicta. Oh, very well.
Yes. Well, it's been a pleasure doing business with you, and I'm gonna go on my merry way.
Very well, very well. I got plenty of work to do here. I'll see you in the future then, friend.
Indeed, friend. And I'll walk away. I'm gonna head towards the smithy.
All right. Which one?
There's 2 smithies in town?
You guys walked by Ironhead Arms, but you didn't go in. And I believe Grabender bought new armor at number 9, the Tantor Smithy.
Yes, I'm gonna head to number 9. And
All
I
right.
move twice as fast since I'm urchin.
All right.
For the sake of travel time. And I'm gonna walk in and
As you come inside, the blazing heat greets you as you step into the door, and you can see this older gentleman, very burly for his age, hammering away at a hot iron piece with a large hammer on an anvil.
My good sir, Tantor.
And he kind of stops what he's doing, and he looks up and he says, do I know you?
No, but you know my associate, Blue Dragonborn, about this tall.
Yes, I made a fine suit of armor for him. I believe I finished it yesterday. What can I do for you?
I was wondering if you had any shields in stock.
Of course. Any particular fashion or type?
Oh, let's go with your standard kite shield.
Oh, very well. And he kind of points up to a wall of one of his smithy. You can see various shields of kind of different sizes, bucklers, kite shields, the full-blown like Roman all-out large shield,
Yeah, no tower shield for me.
tower shield.
No,
Absolutely, Ross. How about one of these?
that looks fantastic.
All right. How about a quick 10 gold, and I can get back to work.
Perfect. I have very much work to get to myself.
Busy days, busy days.
Indeed. I'll pay him 10 gold and just take my shield and walk.
Great doing business with you, friend.
Indeed. I will, I'll make sure to refer to you whenever I need armor.
That you will. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and he makes his way back out. Is there anything else anybody else wanted to do here in Red Larch?
Nope, I'm good.
I hope I